नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवास आदि गौर भक्तवृंद श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गौ गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप धाम की जय। स्वामी तो भक्तवृंद की जय। गंगा माई की जय। यमुना माई की जय। तुलसी देवी की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। स्वामी तो भक्तवृंद की जय। All glories to the Assembly Lord. All glories to the Assembly. Thank you very much.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
We're continuing Srimad Bhagavatam. Canto 6, Chapter 1, Text 3, and this was in 1975 in Melbourne.
Give evidences how he is controlling the nature.
Gives evidences how he is controlling the nature.
When Krishna was 7 years old, he lifted one big mountain.
When Krishna was 7 years old, he lifted one big mountain
on his finger.
On his finger.
That means our understanding is
That means our understanding is
that there is law of gravitation. By law of gravitation, such a big mountain.
That there's law of gravitation. By law of gravitation, such a big mountain.
The mics have to be the wireless ones, they have to be pointed like this. It doesn't pick up sound around it, just pointed.
It cannot stay in one man's finger, that is our calculation. But it
cannot stay on one man's finger, that is our calculation.
did it. That means he counteracted the law of gravitation.
He did it. That means he counteracted the law of gravitation.
And that is God.
That is God.
So, if you believe this, then you know.
So if you believe this, then you know.
God immediately.
God, immediately.
There is no difficulty. Just like if a child is born, my dear child,
There's no difficulty, just like if a child is warned, my dear child,
not touch fire.
Don't touch fire.
It will burn you.
It will burn you.
If the child accepts, then he gets the perfect knowledge.
If the child accepts, then he gets the perfect knowledge.
Immediately. If the child does not accept, he won't.
Immediately. If the child does not accept, he won't.
Want to make experiment, then he will burn his finger.
If he wants to make experiment, then he burns his finger.
So, our process of knowledge we should take from the Supreme Authority.
So, our process of knowledge we should take from the Supreme Authority.
Then we save time.
Then the same time,
then we save time.
For research work. That is Krishna consciousness movement.
For research work, that is the Krishna consciousness movement.
We take perfect knowledge from Krishna.
We take perfect knowledge from Krishna.
I may be imperfect, just like child is imperfect.
I may be imperfect, just like child is imperfect.
I may be imperfect. You
Child may be imperfect.
I may be imperfect. You
may be imperfect. But if you take the perfect knowledge from the Supreme Perfect,
You may be imperfect, but if we take the knowledge from the perfect person,
But if you take the perfect knowledge from the Supreme Perfect,
then your knowledge is perfect.
Then your knowledge is perfect.
That is the process. This is called
That is the process. This is called
avaroho pantha, knowledge coming, deductive knowledge.
Knowledge coming, deductive knowledge.
Aviroha Panta,
Avaroha. Deductive code.
So everything is there, and if you
so everything is there if you
like to take advantage of this movement,
like to take advantage of this movement,
make your life perfect, go back to home, back to Godhead,
Make your life perfect. Go back to home, back to Godhead.
then fully utilize the center,
Then fully utilize the shelter,
this center,
our Melbourne center, come here, read our books,
our Melbourne Center, come here, read our books,
and argue, try to understand.
And our books try to understand.
and argue.
With your full knowledge, no blindly acceptance.
with your full knowledge, no blindly acceptance.
There is reason, there is argument, there is philosophy.
There is reason, there is argument, there is philosophy.
There is science, everything is there.
there's science. Everything is there.
And if you accept that simply by chanting,
And if you accept that simply by chanting,
I shall realize, that is also allowed.
And if you accept simply by chanting, you'll realize that is also allowed.
Become self-realized. If you accept that simply by chanting you become self-realized, that is also.
Both ways. If you accept this simple process,
Both ways. If you accept this simple process,
the chant Hare Krishna and realize God, that is also fact.
That chant Hare Krishna, you also realize God. That is a fact. That is also a fact.
And if you think what is this nonsense chanting Hare Krishna, then you read books.
And if you think that this is nonsense, is chanting Hare Krishna, then you'll be.
And if you think, what is this nonsense, chanting Hare Krishna, then you read books.
Both ways you are prepared. Come and take advantage of this moment.
Both ways we are prepared. Come and take advantage of this movement.
Thank you very much.
Jai.
Thank you very much.
Was only one flag of the This is a conversation between Maharaj Parikshit and Sukadeva Goswami.
This is a conversation between Maharaj Parikshit and Shukadeva Goswami.
Maharaj Parikshit, 5,000 years ago,
Maharaj Parikshit 5,000 years ago,
he was the emperor of the whole world.
He was the emperor of the whole world.
Formerly, up to 5,000 years ago,
Formerly, up to 5,000 years ago,
the whole world was being controlled and
the whole world was being controlled
ruled over by kings.
Ruled over by kings,
Whose capital was Hastinapur, New Delhi.
whose character was, no, his capital was Hastinapur, New Delhi.
There was only one flag.
There was only one flag.
Only one ruler.
Only one ruler.
One scripture, Vedic scripture.
One scripture, Vedic scripture.
And the aliens Arya, they were the civilized person.
I didn't catch that.
The Arya, they were the civilized persons.
You, Europeans, Americans,
You Europeans, Americans,
you are also Aryans, Indo-European stock.
You are also Aryans, Indo-European stock.
Maharaj Tejasi, grandson of Maharaj Parikshit,
Maharaj Yayati, grandson of Maharaj Parikshit.
he gave to his two sons the portion
He gave to his two sons the portion
of Eastern Europe, Greek
Of Eastern Europe, Greek
and Roman.
And Roman.
That is the history.
That is
The history.
Mahabharata. Mahabharata means great India.
Mahabharat. Mahabharat means great India.
So, there was no different religion.
So there was no different religions.
One religion, Vedic religion,
one religion, Vedic religion.
Vedic religion means to accept the Supreme Personality of Godhead
Vedic religion means to accept the Supreme Personality of Godhead
as the Supreme Person, Absolute Truth. This is Vedic religion.
As the Supreme Person, absolute truth. This is the Vedic religion.
Those who have read Bhagavad Gita,
Those who have read Bhagavad Gita,
it is said there in the 15th chapter,
It is said there in the 15th chapter,
Vedaishta sarvai ahamiva vedyam.
Vedais Jasarvar Aham Eva Vedyam.
Vedic knowledge means to understand God.
Vedic knowledge means to understand God.
This is Vedic.
This is religion.
This is Vedic knowledge.
Later on, with the progress of Kali Yuga,
Later on, with the progress of Kali Yuga,
Kali Yuga means the dark age,
Kali Yuga means the dark age,
or the sinful age, or the age for argument,
or the sinful age, or the age for argument,
unnecessary talks.
unnecessary talks,
And fight.
Infight.
This is called Kali Yuga. That is going on.
this is Kali Yuga, that is going on.
this is called Kali Yuga.
Since the last 5,000 years, the Kali Yuga has held.
since the last 5,000 years, the Kali Yuga, what was the rest?
Has entered?
Has entered.
Began. And the beginning of Kali Yuga
Begun, and the beginning of Kali Yuga
was cow's slaughter.
Was what?
Cow slaughtering?
Huh.
So, at the present moment, practically there is no Brahmin, no Kshatriya.
So at the present moment, there is no Brahmin, no Kshatriya,
no Vaishya, only Shudras,
No Vaishya, only Shudras.
fourth class men.
Fourth class of men.
So you cannot expect any happiness.
So you cannot expect any happiness
Guided by the fourth class men.
Guided by the fourth class?
Men.
That is not possible. Therefore,
That is not possible. Therefore,
throughout the whole world, there is chaotic condition.
Throughout the whole world, there is chaotic condition.
Nobody is happy.
Nobody's happy.
So, this is essential.
So this is essential
That the human society must be divided
That the human society must be divided
into four divisions.
Into 4 divisions.
The Brahmin class means
the Brahmin class means
the first class ideal man.
The first class ideal men.
So that by the seeing their character,
So they're seen by character.
So by seeing their character,
Oh, so by seeing their character.
So that by seeing their character,
their behavior, others will try to follow.
their behavior, others will try to follow.
Jajjadacharati sreshta.
Shrestha.
So this Krishna consciousness movement means
So this Krishna consciousness movement means
we are trying to create some first class men.
we are trying to create some first-class men.
This is Krishna consciousness.
this is Krishna consciousness.
This movement. So,
This movement. So,
therefore, we have got these rules and regulations.
Therefore, we have got these rules and regulations.
No illicit sex, no meat eating,
no illicit sex, no meat eating,
no intoxication, no gambling.
no intoxication, no gambling.
This is the preliminary qualification of a first class man.
this is the beginning qualification of the first class men.
a preliminary qualification.
So we are trying our bit to make some ideal person.
So we are trying our bit to make some men ideal first class.
Class men. But formally,
First class men, but formerly
it was there. It is still there.
It was there. I didn't get that last one, but it is still there.
You don't think that all men are of the same intelligence or
You don't think that all men are of the same intelligence,
same category. No.
Same category. No.
Are of the same intelligence? or of the same category, no.
Still there are intelligent class of men.
Still there are intelligent class of men,
Just like those who are scientists or philosophers,
Just like scientists or philosophers,
religionists.
Religionists.
They are supposed to be first class men.
They're supposed to be first-class men.
But unfortunately, now nobody can recognize who is first class and last class.
But unfortunately, no one can recognize who is first class and who is last class.
So, for proper management of the whole society,
So,
For proper management of the whole society,
the first class, second class, third class,
the first class, second class, third class,
men must be there.
Very much. What?
men must be there.
Just like in your body, there
Just like in your body, there
are different parts of the body.
there are different parts of the body. Different parts of the body.
The head, the arm,
The head, the arm,
the belly, and the leg.
The belly and the leg.
This is natural.
this is natural.
So without head, if we have simply
So without head, if you have simply
the arms and belly and legs,
The arms,
it is a dead body.
It is a dead body.
So unless you are guided, the human society,
so unless you're guided by Vedic society,
So unless you're guided, the human society,
by the first class man, the whole society is dead society.
by the first class men, the whole society is dead society.
There must be division.
There must be division.
According to Chaturvarnam Maya Srishtam,
according to Chaturvarna Maya Shrishtam,
Guna Karma, not by birth,
Guna karma, not by birth,
but by quality.
but by quality.
So anyone can be trained up first class,
so anyone can be trained up first class.
second class, as he likes.
Second class, as he likes.
That is called civilization.
that is called civilization.
In mother's womb, there is small body. It grows.
In the mother's womb, there is a small lump. It grows, or a small something. It grows,
And you come out, again it grows.
And it comes out, then again it grows.
Growth, it is not actually growing.
grow, it's not actually growing.
It is changing.
it is changing.
The child is changing his body
The child is changing his body
To baby, the baby is changing his body.
To baby, the baby is changing his body.
To boy,
To boy,
and the boy is changing his body to youthhood.
The boy is changing his body to youthhood.
Then, in this way, you are changing body.
then in this way we are changing bodies.
That we have got experience.
Then we have got experience.
You had a child's body,
You had a child's body,
remember. Or you had a boy's body,
You remember you had a boy's.
you remember. But the body is no longer existing.
You remember, but the body is no longer existing.
But you are existing.
But you are existing.
Therefore, the conclusion is that when this body will be no more fit for existing,
Therefore, the conclusion is, when this body will be no longer fit for existing,
we shall have to accept another.
He should accept another body.
we shall have to accept another body.
This is called tatha dehantara prapti.
This is called the Tata Dehantara Prapti.
So we have to change.
So we have to change.
That is nature's law.
That is nature's law.
The soul is immortal.
The soul is immortal.
Na jayate namriyate va kadachi.
Jayate mam mirachi.
Na hannate hanyamane sarire.
Nahanyate Hanimane Sire.
The soul is not finished. Simply a particular type of.
The soul is not simply a particular type of body.
The soul is not finished, simply a particular type.
Body being finished, no.
You have body is finished? No.
Simply a particular type of body is finished? No.
The people do not know it.
People do not know it.
And because they are simply engaged in sinful activity,
And because they're simply engaged in sinful activity,
their brain has become so dull
Their brain becomes so dull
that they cannot understand this simple truth.
That they cannot understand the simple truth.
That as you are changing body in this life,
That I've got changing body in this life.
that as you are changing body in this life,
therefore you change this body to another life.
Therefore you change this body, blank.
to another life,
And get another body.
get another body.
This is very simple truth.
It's a very simple truth.
But at the advancement of material civilization, we have become so dull.
But with the advancement of material civilization, we have become so dull
And rascal that we cannot understand.
And rascal that we cannot understand.
Common message. That is the way. Sarvapadhi vinirmuktam tatparatena nirmalam.
Sarvapadiya vinirmuktam tattenupam.
Rishikena rishikesa sevanam bhakti vichyate. This bhakti means that we have to
This bhakti means that we have to
clear ourselves from the designation.
Clear ourselves from the designations.
What is that designation?
What is that designation?
Everyone is thinking, I am American,
Everyone is thinking I am American,
I am Indian, I am European,
I'm Indian, I am European,
I am Australian, I am cat, I am dog.
I am Australian. I am cat. I am dog.
I am this, I am that.
I'm this, I'm that.
Body. We have to cleanse this bodily
Body. We have to cleanse this bodily
conception of
We have to cleanse this bodily conception of life.
that I am not this body.
That I'm not this body.
Aham Brahmasmi. I am spirit soul.
Brahmasmi, I am the soul.
This you have to realize.
this we have to hear this.
This you have to realize.
Then there will be no distinction. And here is an American, here.
Then there will be no distinction that something American.
That here's an American, here's a
An Australian, here is a Hindu, here is a Muslim.
Here's an Australian, here's a Hindu, here's a Muslim.
Here is a tree, here. No.
Here's a tree? No.
Pandita Samadarshina.
Pandita Samadarshana.
Pandita means learned.
Pandita means learned.
One who knows things as they are.
One who knows things as they are.
For them, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Bra.
for them. Sanskrit.
Brahmane Gavi Hastini Sunite cha Sapake cha Pandita Samadarshana. A person very learned.
Sanskrit, a person very learned,
Vidya and very gentle.
Vigya, and what is that truth?
and very gentle.
Vidyavana Sampanne Kavini Hastini Shunishavasvak.
Vidya means educated means he is gentle soul.
Vidya means educated, gentle soul.
He is not rogues and ruffian.
They're not rogues and
Ruffians.
That is Vidya.
That is Vidya. That is
the taste of education.
I didn't get it.
the test of education. Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.